What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to the Welsh Way here with Aberystwyth Town. So yes, it's not a live con, we are not in the Champions League semi-final. We'll go through that when we enter the fixtures where we ended up being knocked out. But for now, let's jump into the league and sort of go through our normal stuff. So the league itself, we won very comfortably. We finished only drawing one game out of 32 and losing 0, scoring our highest ever goal tally and also getting our highest ever goal difference. It was a fantastic league season for us. It was just, narrowly missing out on that 100% record, which would have been great to have got yet again. But elsewhere in the league, TNS, they got Champions League football yet again. I don't think I went over their fixtures last time. We might as well do that now, actually. TNS in the Champions League, I'm on the tactic, wrong thing. In the Champions League, they ended up, if I'm on the right season, ended up only drawing one game and losing the rest, including an embarrassing 10-0 defeat to Bayern. But that 1-1 draw is something to grow on. It's something to, to remember at least. They got a draw last year in the Europa League group stages. Actually got a win, in the Europa League group stages last season. So, they're growing as a team. TNS, their quality of player has grown over the last few years. They have now got the Welsh backup keeper in goal for them, Kristen Powell. So, by the looks of it, he's actually fallen short to the new Irish keeper they've got. But their quality of player has grown recently. It's grown over the past few seasons. So, let's hope that they can continue to spend their money wisely, because they will be getting Champions League football again. And they just need to sign the right people, which, ideally wouldn't be spending all that money on someone like this, because I've got players, I'm pretty sure I've had players on better wage or wage lower than that with better ability. But anyway, Bala as well will be getting Europa League football next season, and we have two people that haven't been in the Europa League for a while actually entering the Europa League this season. So we have Airbus UK, who won the Europa League playoffs. They'll be entering the third qualifying phase, and Affinalido finished 8th, managed to get Europa League football by getting to the final of the European playoffs. It was quite crazy that they managed to even get there, considering they were the lowest team to enter. So, that was a great achievement for them. And I'm quite surprised actually that Bangor didn't get it, because they're a professional football team, and for a professional team to sort of lose out against a load of semi-pros is quite surprising. Because they've got better funding, but full-time players, surely they should be doing better. But who cares? In the end, that shouldn't really make too much of a difference. It might affect the league reputation, but it won't really affect me, and I'll sort of explain why in a second. So, European reputation, the league has grown again. We're now a 3-star team, a 3-star league, I should say. 14th in Europe for league, which is great. We're above the Danish Superliga, the Greek Superliga, I should say. So we're growing nicely as a league. We're nearly up there, battling with the Elite 5 now, the Elite 6 or 7, whatever you want to consider, because we're still behind a few second fiddle leagues, so we want to be above them. But sort of what I was saying a second ago of why it doesn't matter if, who enters the Europa League, because in the past I thought this was based on league reputation. But from what I've learned very recently through Celtic actually in real life entering the Champions League, this doesn't come down to how well the clubs do. I believe what it does come down to is how well the nation do. That's what I've been picking up anyway. I'm not sure if this is true or not. I'm still not really sure how this qualification thing works, because from what I'm reading in real life and what I'm sort of picking up in the game, it's sort of contrasting. But Celtic in real life have been doing great in the Champions League. They've been getting like group stages and knockout rounds for the past 2 years, I believe. They got to the knockout stages or something. So they've been doing pretty well. But still, they have to enter the second qualifying phase, and this is because the national team is quite low in the rankings in comparison to other European teams, and because of this, their club sides sort of suffer. Now, again, I'm not sure how true this is. If we go on maybe the world rankings, how do I get there? I think I go on here. I have no idea how to get to the world rankings. There we go. That should do it. So yeah, if we go on the world rankings, as you can see, Wales. Where are Wales? Wales are actually below the likes of Scotland, Denmark. Are they on that list below the likes of Scotland and Denmark? They are not. Where is Scotland? There is Scotland. There are Denmark. So no, that's not. I don't really understand this, because I'll explain why. Because we have dropped down the qualification places, and I'm not really sure why. I think maybe because we didn't win it. I don't honestly, like I say, I have no clue how this really works. I'm just picking up different sort of things from different places, and it's all muddling up. If anyone could clear it up, it'd be great. But we'll be entering, well, we'll probably be entering the best place, third qualifying phase, not next season, not the season coming up, but the season after, because this is when this all comes into effect. I know it's quite complicated and confusing this, which is why it's quite annoying. But yeah, we won't be entering the group stages anymore, which is really quite a shame, because we were so close. We're maybe even getting, you know, an additional team in Europe at the playoffs, and now we're back down to, you know, not even getting a team in the group stage of the Champions League. So it's quite frustrating. I don't know, maybe TNS entering the Europa League, entering the Champions League this season hindered our reputation. I honestly don't know. I'm so confused with these qualification things now. It's baffling to me. But to the club, to more things I do understand. The club has grown in reputation with our 4-star team. I think we were last year, but we're almost worldwide reputation, which would be mind-blowing considering where we came from to where we are now. We've just grown so much. We're around the likes of Napoli, Wolfsburg, Galatasaray, a feeder club, a parent club to us. We're above them in reputation, and still they pay us, how much is it? Through the affiliations. They pay us just under £55,000 a year. So that's I'm surprised they've still got that. I would love to get a feeder club with one of these 5-star teams, but no one seems to ever come up to, you know, with a thing like that. Also, financially, we are one of the richest clubs in terms of estimated value in Europe. If I scroll down a little bit, there we go, the 80th most expensive team in Europe. Again, crazy where we've come from. We're now valued more than Basel, a team that we struggled to beat at the start of this series. So for us to be above them in value is, again, quite a crazy thing to think about. What's our turnover like, actually, compared to everyone else? Why has this team got such a big turnover? Are they in Serie A? Oh, they are. Oh. Where are we in terms of turnover? I don't think... There we are, we're 99th. We only get a 3.2 million turnover. Fantastic. If we compare that all the way up to the top to 334 million of Juve, it's quite a lot of money. But yeah, the club is growing amazingly. We're 15th best team in Europe according to coefficient points, so that's all great there. And what about the awards? I don't think we've been picking up any of these awards, but I don't think that really makes too much of a difference. We haven't, so yeah. It's not been recognised on that stage, but that doesn't, in the end, doesn't make a difference. As long as my players are scoring the goals, that's all I really care about. So, yeah, we're doing good in terms of Europe. I wonder if I can go to the world quickly. If I go to the world, and I go on clubs, they should have a rankings of reputation. Where are we around in the world? Sao Paulo are above us. It's crazy just to think that. What else, Gar? Can I do finances? Are we one of the richest clubs in the world? Oh, we are. We're the 92nd richest club in the world, or highest valued club in the world. 92nd highest valued club in the world. That is crazy. I hadn't even seen this stat before. That is actually crazy. So anyway, back to what we normally do. We're going to go on to Wales now and sort of talk about who won them awards. So the awards went to our players. So Emile Lewis picked up Player of the Year with Aled Lloyd coming second. And the Young Player of the Year went to Emile Lewis, and second went to Aled Lloyd, and third went to David Bowen, who isn't even is still a player of ours. Oh, by the way, isn't a player of ours. Sorry, thinking of someone else. It's still a player of ours. He's an incredible first season for us, and continued his good form from Hearts and Motherwell. So we're pretty much wiping the floor with everyone on these awards. Terry Jenkins didn't win it for the 5th consecutive time, just because he sort of hasn't played many games, and he's actually on his way out of the club as well. He's moaned that he's not got enough first team football, so he'll be on his way out of the side, which is a shame. 29 years of age, though, he's knocking on a little bit. It's best that he goes, maybe gets first team football elsewhere. I don't know, maybe to improve his chances in Wales. We've also got another sort of young right mid with the potential to be about the same as Terry Jenkins, so we're going to try and push through the youngster and see how we can do there. But yeah, it's good to be noticed on these awards. And for the actual league awards, sorry about the interruption. For the league awards itself, we've picked up pretty much all of them again. Player of the Year ended up going to Carl Sommers. He was great. Look at his record: 25 appearances, 22 goals, 16 assists. Wow. Manager of the Year, I picked it up yet again. How many years in a row now? If only I'd won it that year. You know, if only TNS hadn't won the league that year, I probably would have picked it up. So bloody annoying. We were so close to winning the league that year as well. It's so annoying. We could have had so many in a row. Team of the season, wiping the floor with everyone again. It's good to see, you know, the youngsters like Dathid getting in there and the Watts in their first, well, in quite a major season for them, pushing through the team. Top goal scorer, didn't manage to pick that up. Our ex-player Liam Billing did. He is so good for this level of football and really good for Bala. Still think the fee they paid is too much, but a goal a game for them, plus 11 assists. This guy's really, really good. It was where he really made his name as well, Bala. So overall, good to see that at least he's turning out. He may still be someone that could play for Wales in the future, Billing. So, yeah, as you can see from his report, though, not particularly, the national team, not particularly great. Which is why I sold him. And Young Player of the Year went to David Bowen, 21 years of age, which again sort of baffles me. But top goal scorer Billing had a great year. Not to pick up Young Player of the Year. I'm not complaining. I mean, I won it. Yeah, good for me. But still, it's some of these awards just don't make sense half the years. Just like, how did he get it? How did he get it? You know, it just doesn't make sense. But at least I won it. You know. So there's the awards domestically. Those are what's going on around the club. That's how the club's grown, league's grown, things like that. Hopefully we'll get a few more professional teams this year entering, you know, from the league. Maybe Airbus will turn pro, I don't know, but it would be good if we could turn everyone pro in the next few years, because that would really benefit everyone in the leagues and also benefit Wales. So let's talk about the fixtures. No, let's talk about the transfers now. So January, nothing came in January, but a lot went out. Fitzpatrick, of course, you already know, left. We let Pages leave on loan. How did he do on loan? I haven't checked up on this. Didn't do too great on loan. We let Danny Fish leave on loan to Aberdeen. He actually started off fantastically, getting in one appearance he got a goal and an assist and got like a 9.1 match rating. But also in the same game he picked up an injury which kept him out for 2 months, which is why in the end he only got 3 appearances. So that's a shame. It would have been good for him to go out there and got first team football. Maybe he'll come in next season. I'm not too sure. I think I've got him planned to come in next season and play centre mid. But if not, hopefully he'll go out on loan to someone like Aberdeen again and benefit from playing first team football. Also, Rob Lewis went out to Crystal Palace, a young right back. Oh, I've continued. A young right back who, again, I got a little bit of bright future. Didn't do very well in the Championship. Probably a level too high for him. But at least he went out and got some football in a higher level. Elsewhere, we've loaned out a few people thinking about next season, and also we've sold 1 player as well in the process. Di Lewis has left the club. Yes, quite a sad day, I guess, in a way. But Di Lewis, Terry Jenkins both said they wanted to leave, and as a result, I thought I had to sort of oblige. Di Lewis has been great. He's been playing backup for us for the past 2 years and has done really well when called upon. But he now decided first team football was what he wanted, and I thought, yeah, that's fine. You know, if you want to go out and play first team football, try and break into the Welsh team, fine by me. I've got a load of youngsters in the squad now. I've signed another centre mid. I'm looking at a few more centre mids as well because there are a lot of decent ones in and around Wales. So in the end, he was going to fall out at some point of the team, and he decided he wanted to leave. So I agreed. 1.9 million to pick up for him, which is great, more than we picked up when he left for Palace. And for him to rejoin, he actually almost got a decade here, but he ended up leaving just before. So hopefully he'll have a good career at Fulham. A great player for us. Really did help us win our Champions League as well. How well he played. Even helped us win the Club World Cup Championship, because when Pedrosa was injured, he was the guy that came in. So great career with us, and he will of course be missed. And the last guy, we let another youngster loan out. But to the ends, we've got a few, or one definitely surprising. Tristan Huell. That's a name we have not had at this club for many a year now. 26 years of age. He's in the prime of his career. He's a centre-back. 2.5 star reputation. Apparently he's one of our best centre-backs. But he used to play for us. I don't know how many people can remember, but we sold him for 1 million back in 2023-24 because we wanted to allow Carwyn Drake to develop. We've ended up selling Carwyn Drake a few years back. Tristan Huell's contract was expiring, and I thought, well, he's a decent lad. He's one of the highest cap people currently playing for Wales with 61 caps. He's one of the best defenders in Wales currently. I felt I had to sort of bring him into the squad. He's exactly what we want and what we're doing here, bringing in Welsh people. Great player. Hopefully he'll do well for us. Hopefully he'll fit in again like he did in the past. And yeah, it's great to see him return. And the last guy, currently the last guy we've got, 1.4 million, Darren Maggs, 20 years of age, Welshman. Again, sort of a player to come in, potential. Probably spent a little bit too much on him, 1.4 million. I said 1.6 a second ago, 1.4 million. But let's see how he goes. He was on loan at TNS last year. He did well. If he can develop, he'll be around the same level. Also, that's the coaching report. That's why. There you go. As you see, he's got good potential. Oh, that was the national team. Sorry, as you can see, yeah, good potential, around the same as Di Lewis. So if he can reach that, that'd be great. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy as of now, whether I'll play him or loan him out. I think typically it's hard to loan out players as soon as they've joined, so I'll probably wait until January to loan him out. But for now, he'll be in and around the first team squad, so hopefully he'll, pay off that £1.4 million fee, because it's quite a large fee. But those are the transfers. As you see, not really much happened. The fixtures, we'll quickly skim through these, a couple of key results. So we got knocked out in the first knockout round of the Champions League to Arsenal. We lost 3-1 in the first leg. We were abysmal in this game defensively, and it was actually Daniel Jose who let us down, and Inaki, which was really frustrating to me, because if anyone was going to let me down, I thought it'd be Watts, but it wasn't. But if you look at the match stats, we were dominated, we were smashed, they did deserve to win the game. But it was so disappointing because we weren't playing up to the standard, and we actually took the lead in that match. And then in the second leg, we drew 3-3, and again, it was a poor start to the game. The first half was abysmal. An own goal, 2 goals as well. It was just poor. In the second half, we came out and played the football I know we can play, and played the football that earned us the Champions League last season, with 3 goals in quite quick succession, with Wilson, Pedrosa and Somers all scoring in the space of 6 minutes. So it's so annoying to be knocked out at this stage, but what are you going to do at that stage? It was just so hard. Elsewhere, we were great throughout the league. Only Bala could hold us, and it was a second team we played in preparation for the Arsenal game, so still that was a good result to pick up. Elsewhere, we had a 12-0 victory over Kevin Droids, not really sure how to pronounce that still, which was magnificent. Somers got a hat-trick, Wallace got a hat-trick, also in Terry Jenkins' last game, because I gave him his last game, as well as Di Lewis in the cup final. He scored 2, and Di Lewis had a great performance. And also, this is something quite crazy as well. If I can go on, how can I see it? I think I can see it on here actually, if I go on stats, and go on my stats. If we go on Wilding, who picked up a 9.9 match rating, and if I can find, I don't know where I can find it. Where can I find it in here? If I click on it, there's a stat I want to show you, but I don't know where I can find it, because it just doesn't have assists on it, which is so frustrating. Can I add something there? Can I add general info? No. That's so annoying. But anyway, because I wanted to show you it. But anyway, Wilding in this game alone, in this single game, picked up 12 assists. Yes, he assisted every single goal in this match. And he broke a record as well. I'm clicking on the wrong things now. He broke the record in the Welsh Cup for the most assists as well. If I go on here, where is it? Oh no, he got 9 assists. Sorry, he got 9 assists in this match. Not 12, sorry. He picked up 9 assists in that match. Broke the record for the most assists in this competition. Mind-blowing how good he was. The 12 was the Carl Summers of the top goal scorers, but he put 9 assists in that match alone. I'm baffled how he got that, but showing some quality of player right there. And he's actually coming in next season as our first choice left mid Wilding. I'm happy with how he's developed, and I'm going to sort of push him through the squad now. But that's talking about the squad. But I don't think there's too much to talk about in the fixtures. We're just winning everything, it's pretty simple. So yeah, might as well talk about the squad now then. The league, this is how the squad is currently sort of shaping up going into next season. There are a lot of players I'm still looking at from Wales. I'm also considering getting rid of course, Terry Jenkins, who wants to leave. Halpin, I'm considering selling as well if I can. Same with Thomas Wallace. I'm thinking of selling this guy now, see what I can pick up for him as well. Elsewhere, we had a good youngster come for our youth system. Kevin Bates looks like he's going to be a great player in the future. 16 years of age, actually broke the record for the youngest ever goal scorer for the squad, which is very nice. But yeah, hopefully this lad can develop into his potential, because he's got some great stats. Daniel Jose, we're aiming to keep a hold of this guy because he's one of the best defenders in the world right now. Incredible how we've got him, and he's currently with Portugal in the World Cup, I believe. Are they still in it? Yeah, he's currently just entering the World Cup with Portugal. So, is he actually in their starting 11? Yeah, he is. Good. I was supposed to say otherwise that's really messed up because he's wanted by pretty much every top Premier League team at one point or another. Currently just Monaco, but he's at Chelsea bidding after him. He's at City over the years. That guy's incredible. Lloyd has continued to grow. We're going to go through the starting 11 anyway, but Lloyd has continued to grow. He is a great player on the squad. Probably one of the best players in the game right now, goalkeeper-wise anyway. And still breaking records. Ferreira has grown a little bit. Great player as well. Him, of course, you saw Huel. Inaki is great, still growing. Templeton, again, really good. Really stepped into it now. Quite comfortable in the team. Bowen has been fantastic in his first season for us. Pedrosa's doing great. He's wanted by a lot of people, and I'm tempted to kind of sell this guy. If I can find a replacement, I would, if they were Welsh, but I can't currently right now. But again, in the future, that may change. Wilding has been great this season. Liam Davis has been good. He picked up an injury, but for when he has played, he's been fantastic. Really great. Carl Sommers, this guy is mind-blowingly good. Despite for not being a striker, he just finds the back of the net with such ease. This guy is mind-blowingly good. Really happy to have got Sommers for such a low fee as well. Look at his fee, 2.7 million. Bargain. Elsewhere, I'm going to point out a few key youngsters. Steve Drake has grown a lot this season. I've played him in pretty much all the league games that I could really afford to play him in. So Steve Drake is growing a lot. Watts is growing. I'm still of course going to play this guy. Tristan Huel is not coming in and replacing him completely, but he has grown so much. Even got his first cap for Wales recently. Dathid is doing great as well. Who else? Matty Samuel is the new right mid that's going to be coming in next season. He's a pace merchant, so let's hope that he can create a few chances in the league next year when he plays. Elsewhere, Lewis is doing great. He's not playing as many games as he has in Europe for the in comparison to the past few years, but he's playing in the league a lot more and he's still putting in good performances. So I'm really happy for Lewis there. And elsewhere, also someone I kind of want to point out because I spent 51k on him, which is quite a lot to throw around at this level in the Welsh League still, because not much money is still transferred between squads. Stocker has played a few games this year and he's done all right. I think this guy could, become a decent player, a half-decent player in the future for us. So I'm sort of putting him in the team quite a bit. But now that Bates is here, it's sort of hard to find a place for Stocker. But we'll see how things go next season. And also, Tegid has been great as well. He's playing a few games. Obviously not scored as many goals, but in the Cup he was great for us. And the league sort of struggled a little bit. But overall, again, I think this guy could have a good future ahead of him. Sorry about the interruption, guys. I lost where I was. But I've summarised the team there. Tactically, we're still the same. We're still a 4-4-2. Everything's still exactly how it was, and how it has been in the past. But yeah, I think that's it for the league and the club itself. For the squad itself, I should say. For the club, we very recently were almost taken over. So a consortium of businessmen came in and said they were interested in taking over us. Lee Spendlove, great name for a chairman, he loves to spend. It failed, as you can see there. They said they had a lack of funds for the takeover, but we are almost being taken over by consortiums, which I think could inject some new funds. I mean, I don't really know what I'd spend it on. I would love, of course, a new stadium still, because actually that's something I've got to show you, because I would love a new stadium as our attendance is growing. If I go on team stats and attendance, as you can see, we're now averaging just under 2,000 a game. And TNS, as you can see, it's a second with over 1,000. Bala over 1,000. Bangor almost over 1,000. Our clubs the attendances are growing now. So in a few years, hopefully, being a continental rep, our attendance will continue to grow. Maybe slowly, but it will grow. And at one point, maybe if a new guy does come in, we can ask for a new stadium, and he'll say yes, because our stadium itself is, I believe, it's quite old. How old is it? Facilities. It doesn't say. Stadium condition is good, so it's actually not poor. If the stadium condition was poor, they may be more inclined to do it. But hopefully, we can get a new stadium sort of sorted out soon, because it's quite a shame that we're still not able to play at our own stadium in Champions League games. I'm sure if we were, we would fill them more. I just have a feeling that playing it, at the Scarlets, Rodney Parade, or St Helens, wherever we bloody play, for some reason we are free, it would just help us grow. It just means, we'd have more attendances once we got to them knockout stages, because for some reason we don't fill them in the knockout stages. Also, we'll talk about Wales, I guess, in the 19s. I've not really done anything. We lost the qualifying in the under-19s qualifying first stage, which is annoying because any half decent under-19s or sort of under-19-year-olds, I'm going to call them, those under the age of 19, they all go into the under-21s. I mean, look at this: 18 years of age, Glenn Davis, Carl Bitchell is there, who is actually our player, my player if he's joining Wraith. Look, 17, Lee Simpson, any half decent youngster goes into the under-21s or even the senior squad. So I'm sort of left with all these crap under-19 players, which means I can't really do much on the under-19 stage. But maybe one day they'll actually let me pick my bloody under-19s. Maybe, if there's enough decent players in the Welsh squad. Still, Chris Coleman is there. Bloody retire! God damn it! How much money do you earn a week managing these lot? I don't think has a fairly poor opinion of you. Oh my god! What did I do, Coleman? You've hired me. He picks up 5,500 a week. Come on, retire, mate. That's more than enough to last you a lifetime, or at least until you may pass. That's quite grim. But yeah, I think this is all I can talk about right now. I'm trying to think. Is there anything I've missed? I've spoken about Wales. I did that. I did the We Were Almost Taken Over. I think this is it for now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't think of anything. No, this is it for now. I'm pretty sure this is it for now. So until next time, guys, which will either be a Champions League semi-final or an end of season update, because I don't really want to do halfway through the season updates. No real point in my opinion. But yeah, next time we get back will be the end of season update. So until then, guys. Or the Champions League semi-final, as I said. So until then, guys, peace out.